Hey guys, this is Tyler here, coming to you once again. So it's January 1st, so Happy New Year's, everyone. It's been an interesting year. I was in 3 different places, one country included in that, and it's going to be a good year, honestly, to come. So, some of you guys may recall that I have been at a homeless shelter here, and I won't say the state. Eventually, I will. You guys will know. But it's been an interesting time here for me, and lots of really crazy stories and people that I've been around. But one thing that I will mention here, if anyone here ever thinks about doing any kind of crime or anything mischievous, I would just recommend go to like a homeless shelter, because the kind of people that you'll be surrounded by in jail and prison are very similar. A lot of these guys are straight out of jail and prison, and you realize just the kind of madness and why, like how their brains function, and all the psychotropics and other substances that make it even worse on these guys. But I will just tell you guys a quick story here. So where I'm staying, there's actually a manager, and he's in his 50s. He's actually from the deep south. This man, no lie, has actually had multiple instances of guys, like mostly non-residents, because how it works at these places, the better ones, is you have residents and you have non-residents. He's had multiple instances of non-residents who have tried stabbing him, because what you have often is like free breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and so they invite anyone to come from the public. And so just last week there was a fellow, I think he might have been from an African country, I don't know for certain, but he actually attempted to stab the guy. Fortunately, the guy was farther enough, there was enough distance. This homeless guy, took a small knife, yanked it out, and lunged towards him. Fortunately, the guy had a computer that he could use like a screen to help deflect the knife. And now that guy's actually in jail, awaiting some kind of sentencing or trial, whatever it might be. But this just puts in perspective, I mean, the kind of figures that you find in these places. And I've said this before, that so many of these people are strung up on psychotropics. It's like, if you're not in that category, you're like an exception. I'm an exception. So anyone that wants to work like in a quote mental health establishment nowadays, I would urge to go to a place like that, and excuse me, and you can see kind of the issues that persist, and just how bad some of these issues can be. And it's really just an unfortunate sign of the times now in the US and where our society is at. I also believe, though, like food, like diet and nutrition, this plays a big role, and there's other factors involved, because you see a lot of people and they're heavy smokers, they are obese, overweight, and this definitely all ties together here. So encouragement for everyone here is to avoid these places at all costs. And if you find yourself close to ending up in one of these places, is just be vigilant to make it not happen. That's the best advice here. So thank you.